1 minute to the top of the hour East African time. Time to bring you up to speed with the latest in the world of news. But first, the highlights. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki is attending a Thanksgiving church service at AIC Kor in Marsabit County. Principal Secretary for Public Health and Professional Standards Mary Muthoni has warned private colleges offering unapproved medical courses.
Whenever you want to introduce a course, please deal with our regulatory bodies.
People with disabilities have come out strongly to decry the state of medical and healthcare coverage, citing SHA frustrations.
I started from level 2. I was written for a referral letter. When I took it to the hospital, I was told that that package is not there. I have to use cash.
Once again, good afternoon. It is always a pleasure to have you on board here on TV47. Much appreciative for you keeping it TV47. This is TV47 News Now with the latest from across all the 47 counties and even beyond in the world of news. My name is Moigi William. Welcome on board. Starting off, President William Ruto today was in Kericho County attending an interdenominational church service that was held in Kipsitet Primary School, where the president, who was accompanied by local leaders, noted that the government is committed in delivering the Kenya Kwanza agenda. The president called on all Kenyans and leaders to work together for a better nation.
Mimi nimefurahi sana kwa ibada ambayo tumepata hapa ya kutuunganisha, ibada ya maombi kwa ajili ya taifa letu la Kenya, kwa ajili ya Wakenya wote, umoja wa taifa, maendeleo ya Kenya, kwa sababu sisi wote ni ndugu moja wa taifa moja, taifa la Kenya. Viongozi wenu hapa wamesema mambo ya mahitaji na mipango ya maendeleo ya kaunti hii.
In Jesus' name. Amen. Tell your neighbor, are you still okay?
And the Deputy President, that is Kithure Kindiki, is today attending a church, or rather a Sunday service at AIC Church in Kor, Laisami Sub-County, Marsabit County. Kindiki is accompanied by members of parliament from the region, including Naomi Wako of Marsabit, John Paul of Igembe South, Geoffrey Mulanya of Nambale, Beatrice Lachi of Dagoretti North, John Bwire of Taita Taveta, and Gideon Kimayo of Keio South, among other leaders.
Help them to finish the church. Many people have supported, our enemies have supported.
And we are privileged to worship together with you. So my name is Pastor Joshua Turuga. We are going to worship the Lord with a song. In this church, our...
All right, we are still keeping tabs with those development. More news in our subsequent bulletins. Elsewhere, all private learning institutions in the country that provide and approved medical courses have been warned by the government that they run in the risk of being shut down. Speaking during the 10th graduation ceremony at Crescent School of Medical Health, Science and Technology in Juja, Principal Secretary for Public Health and Professional Standards Mary Muthoni expressed concerns that some owners of private institutions have been offering unheard of courses to learners only for them to remain unemployed for life. PS Muthoni warned that the government will begin inspection to get rid of all colleges offering invalid programs to protect Kenyans from being deceived.
Every cadre in this country is important. The only thing I will ask the owners of private institutions, and you might know what I want to say, whenever you want to introduce a course, please deal with our regulatory bodies. Because what I have seen Unakuta mtu ameanzisha shule mahali ingine. He has given a course a weird name which has never been heard in this country. When they get out there, they are unemployable. Do not waste people's children. That is to the owners of schools.
Universities in the country have been urged to review their programs and teaching methodologies in readiness for the first intake of 2029 higher education students who are currently under the competence-based curriculum. Speaking at Kibabii University in Bungoma County during its 9th graduation ceremony, Research Director in the Ministry of Education, Roslinda Awor, said that higher education learning institutions should start putting in place measures that will be suitable and fit for the CBC learners.
I urge universities to review their curricula, programs, and teaching methods in readiness for the first intake. To this end, I'm certain that the Commission for University Education will facilitate this process to enable full realization of the CBC goals. In order to enhance competitiveness within the higher education sector, I urge each university to identify its area of strength, that is niche, during the transition and propel them to act as a catalyst in achieving the bottom-up economic transformation agenda of the government.
The job market may be challenging, but don't give up hope. I think recently you heard of a Kenyan lady who had gone to university and written over 1.
People with disabilities across the country have come out to strongly decry the state of medical and healthcare coverage, citing frustrations ranging from long approvals, minimal or restrictive coverage on crucial health needs. Speaking during the regional celebrations of 20 years of inclusion, the National Council for People with Disabilities has urged the government to reinstate the NHIF and disband the SHIF, or that is under the Social Health Authority, decrying their deplorable state and plight.
Child with cerebral palsy. I used to take my girl for therapy at Russia, but currently I can't take her since this issue of SHIF came in. Because when I went to Russia, we were told to start from level 2. I started from level 2. I was written for a referral letter. When I took it to the hospital, I was told that that package is not there. I have to use cash. Here you are a mother, you are a caregiver, you are struggling to get that transport to the hospital, you are straining to get at the same time that fee for therapy. We can't afford it because now age 5 years and above, we are paying 400 for therapy. Below, you are paying 300. We are struggling because I personally had to stop whatever I was doing to start taking care of my girl. Currently, I have nothing at hand. Now, I want the government kindly, if this can go and reach him, to help us with the caregivers. We are the parents. We are facing a lot. We are facing challenges even in our family life.
Niko na mtoto yule ako na hydrocephalus. Tuko na shida saa hii kwa sababu hao watoto wetu lazima uende kwa physiotherapy 3 times a week. Tangu SHA ikuje hatuwezi kuenda kwa sababu ukienda unapata ati hujaandikizwa, pesa nayo wameongeza, hiyo SHA nayo haifanyi. Umetoka na mtoto kama mimi natoka Chiga. Umetoka na mtoto Chiga. Mtoto sahi ako na 18 years. Hawezi tembea.
Elsewhere, the government, development partners and private sector have pledged to collaborate in empowering the visually and hearing impaired learners with access to digital content across the country. Speaking during the launch of the Education Digital Content in Nairobi, the Ministry of Education, Special Needs Senior Education Officer Sheila Luta and the Chief Executive Officer Education Technology for Learners with Disability, Lilian Mutegi, said giving learners with disabilities an opportunity to acquire digital skills will give them the competent, or rather competitive edge they need, especially in the fast-moving 21st century labor market.
Learning should be something that only regular learners get to do? And the answer is no. Learners with disabilities also want to learn digitally. They also want to access learning materials in formats that is relatable to them. That's why Uptake is here, to bridge those gaps of accessibility and inclusivity.
Government welcomes partners to work with us in this journey. Equitable and access in education is not a cheap affair, especially for students with disabilities, given that a lot of assistive technologies is involved, both hardware and software. And so we are calling to all like-minded partners to come and partner with government, specifically Ministry of Education and other line ministries, to make sure that we give content that is accessible to all learners across all the categories of disabilities in this country.
100 most influential Kenyan Muslims have been recognized by the Muslim Media Awards for their efforts to empower society in divergent ways. Commissioner Hadija Juma, who works with the Commission on Revenue Allocation, was feted for what was highlighted as her efforts to educate more than 100 needy children and providing unconfined clean water to needy families. Additionally, she has been applauded the President's move on allocation of funds to curb femicide menace in the country. Elsewhere, Muslim Media Awards intends to recognize more women next year, a move which is backed by Lamu Governor Isa Timami.
Nimeweza kutuzwa kwa sababu ya ile kazi ambayo wanafanya kwa jamii. Nimeweza kusaidia watoto zaidi ya 100 kuwasomesha ambao wanatoka kwa familia za maskini. Nilianzisha the first Muslim Women Sharia Compliant Circle kule mkoa wa Magharibi, na pia nafanya miradi nyingi tofauti ya kuweza kusaidia watu na maji katika jamii, shule na institution tofauti. Nataka kumpongeza rais wetu, juzi ameweza kujitolea mhanga na hata kuweka pesa ili tuweze kutembea na kuhamasisha jamii kuhusu hili swala la akina mama na wasichana kuweza kuuawa, na haswa katika mambo na mahusiano.
We are also celebrating Honorable Hadija Juma, Commission of Revenue and Allocation, and the reason why we are celebrating her is, one, as a woman she has done good work and she's doing great. Two, she has risen to the rank she is on her own without any support. Three, she's doing good work as a Muslim, and not only as a Muslim but as a woman Muslim, both supporting our community as well as the country at large.
Hii tunzo ni muhimu kwa sababu inaonesha ile kutambulikana kwa wale ambao wanachangia pakubwa katika kuboresha hasa umma wa Kiislamu.
The national government, through the Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry, in collaboration with the Taita Taveta County government, is now ready to launch the construction of the steel processing factory in the county. President William Ruto is scheduled to do the groundbreaking early next month. Julius Mariki with the details.
This is by CS Ali Momvuria when addressing the media during his visit to Taita Taveta County, in what he has said is to do an inspection and preparation for the commissioning of the project led by President Ruto.
So today is a pre-visit because on the 3rd of December, His Excellency the President will be here to officially launch the groundbreaking of this facility, of this investment, and therefore we are here to do the formal preparations, to visit the site. But let me say now to the people of Taita Taveta, this is historical. This is a historical investment. 11 billion is not a small amount, and I'm sure there will be big impact for the people of this region.
Taita Taveta Governor Andrew Mwadime and Women Representative Lydia Haika have showed optimism of the project and its impact in the area.
Ni historia katika Taita Taveta, hatujakuwa na kiwanda chochote. Hata napongeza sana idara ya industrialization kwa zile jitihadi wanafanya, angalau hata haya majimbo yaliyoachwa nyuma tumeanza kuonekana.
Kama vile tumeambiwa tarehe 3 rais atakuwa hapa ku ground break. Mimi nataka kuwaambia wote mkaribishwe. Let's be a witness to this very important event ambayo haijawahi kuwa Taita Taveta.
The CS was accompanied by Taita Taveta elected leaders and national officials led by Taita Taveta County Commissioner Josephine Onunga. Julius Mariki, TV47, Taita Taveta.
Figures or other statistics indicate 1/3 of all deaths in the country result from non-communicable and genetic diseases. Residents of Kwabulo, Kisauni constituency in Mombasa County turn up for a free medical camp from stakeholders in the region. According to the World Health Organization, Kenyans' accessibility to cancer screening and treatment services is at 2%, which has triggered Bamburi Cement to intensify medical camps in the coastal region. The Coast Region Teaching and Referral Hospital, which serves the region entirely, has a shortfall of cancer screening facilities, an element that ushered the renovation and equipping of the chemotherapy units.
Huduma za hapa nimeshukuru kwa sababu nimeingia hapa kwa muda kidogo na sahi ninatoka kwa sababu nakuta wako chapchapu, madaktari wenyewe wako chapchapu, na ingelikuwa kwingine sahi tungelikuwa tunatarajia kutoka hapa kama saa 9 jioni.
It's a good exercise, so when there are so many partners who wants to participate, they should do so for people to be aware. Because like now, for example, cancer, diabetic, those are things which people do not know. By the time they realize, it is all those high stages.
And this partnership we really appreciate in our Coast General. They are about to do us a bigger ward for the cancer patient because the number has increased. So they are going to do a ward for our female patient and the male and the pediatric.
In the year 2017, Bamburi Cement partnered with Coast General Hospital. We identified a unit that they had that was not being used, and we renovated these facilities to be able to have it as a day chemotherapy center. And this is because the hospital didn't have a facility that could be able to take care of the growing number of Kenyans who required these particular services there.
We expect a lot of people should come from the community and should take the advantage of this. And it is not only one, I think with the support of the government and local community, we are going to do this kind of health camp in future also.
Also, hundreds of senior men, women and the youth from Kericho-Kisumu border have gathered for a peace project termed as Muhoroni Peace Resilient Project to foster peace following the historic tribal clashes along the area. While addressing the media during an organized inter-community tournament, Kisumu County, that is the NCCK chairperson Dr. Clement Otieno, hailed the initiative and challenged community leaders and the political class to also embrace and support the peacekeeping initiative in the area.
When it comes to a political time, the politicians sometimes they are talking loosely. They don't know how to take care of their words. They throw their words without thinking who are they talking to. And this is able to make people to look at each other with suspicion and bring fight amongst us. So we are also doing our best as church, that now we are talking even with political leadership. I remember in Kisumu, between Kisumu and Kericho, we have also made them to sign memorandums to agree that there will be peaceful existence and that we will respect each other.
Tumeadhirika sana kama wamama, hasa kama tuko na vurugo wa kukosa amani kijijini. Sisi kama wamama tukikosa amani, sisi ndio tunaumia sana juu vita zikianza zitaanza na sisi wamama juu mama hawezi kimbia akiacha mtoto wake. So mi sina maneno mingi ya kusema, ni ile tu naomba serikali kama mnaweza tufanyanga hizi vitu sana sana kama hizi ball game ili tukusanyishe Wakalenjin na Wajaluo tuwe pamoja.
And so we realize when there is conflict, no woman will be out there to take care of the environment or to dig her kitchen garden. We are always thinking of our peace. We're always thinking of how to protect our children. And so when there is conflict again, the men are out of the home and the women and the children are not protected. But now here in Resilience, what we are saying is, can we take good care of the environment when there is calm and bring peace in our communities?
Mbeere North Technical and Vocational Center has held extensive discussion session with partners and entrepreneurship experts from FIBS Research Institute for Lifelong Learning, that is Berlin, to explore ways the institution can become an entrepreneurship and innovation hub to support communities in enhancing the local economy. Mbeere North Member of Parliament Geoffrey Roko, accompanying the experts, observed that technical skills and competence have become the backbone of local and global employment for the young people from Kenya as they provide services to various industries.
So let's take advantage of the time we are here and see whether we can establish collaboration and partnership to making a better society. By helping these students, we are moving one step ahead in building a better society. And that is my clarity. That is what I will try to do. I try to endeavor to do on a day-to-day basis.
Entrepreneurship is the attitude of making ideas becoming a reality. If I expect from a university, achievement center, a school, or whatever, to support the students to become entrepreneurial, this requires an entrepreneurial mindset from the people who are supposed to train.
If you could collaborate in buying for them some toolkits, where maybe the school is guiding, they get some toolkits, if it's a sewing machine, to go and start a business. I think that we shall be helping these students. So that is what I would comment about, because at times we train them, they have the skills, they have graduated, we have celebrated. But they cannot start that business because if I need, there are some tools we request them to buy when they are coming to study and they can't afford. If we collaborate on that matter, I think that way we shall proceed.